What's going on, everyone? Lauren Sisler here with AL.com. Matt Zenitz, our SEC insider. We're going to talk about the Auburn coaching hire. Kenny Dillingham being hired by Gus Malzahn as his new offensive coordinator with the departure of Chip Lindsey, who goes to Kansas. And Matt, just your overall takeaway from this coaching hire, 28 years old. He was the offensive coordinator at Memphis. Just your thoughts on this hire and why Gus Malzahn targeted him.
Yeah. Well, I honestly, and I feel like I have a decent feel for different things in the football world and who people are. Initially, when I got a message about Kenny Dillingham coming to Auburn, the initial thought for me was, who is Kenny Dillingham? I'd literally never heard of Kenny Dillingham at that point. But the more that I've asked people about him and just tried to get a feel for who he is, it seems like he's a young, up-and-coming guy, obviously highly thought of by Mike Norvell, who Gus Malzahn has a relationship with. So had been in a GA, I think, type of role at Arizona State under a coach Norvell, and then was obviously the OC for him this past year at Memphis. And I would assume for him to get this opportunity at Auburn, that had to have done a good job there and has to be highly thought of by Mike Norvell, who once again has a relationship with Gus. But once again, the sense I get from people, just the more that gotten a feel for him, is just young, up-and-coming guy. Didn't call plays at Memphis, but seems like he'll be able to help out from a game planning standpoint at Auburn, obviously with Gus calling plays here. So, yeah, that seems like that'll be the primary area that they're looking for with contributions from him.
So that leads me to my next question. Gus Malzahn, it explicitly stated in the Auburn press release when this hire was made, Gus Malzahn will be taking over play calling duties once again. And as we know, that's kind of been, I guess a little bit of a controversy or discussion around this program the last couple of years, that Gus Malzahn, while his offensive coordinators have been said to calling plays, there's a lot of questions about who's actually calling plays. We know Gus Malzahn has been very involved. What do you make of that and how that plays into next season and just Gus, essentially retaining all those play calling duties?
Yeah. Well, obviously it's all on Gus now, and there's no question whatsoever as to who will be calling plays. So it's been a big question these past few years, and obviously the last couple of years with Chip Lindsey. There's no question now. So it's all on Gus. If there are issues with the offense, then, I mean, no question as to who the finger should be pointed at that point. I think it's an interesting move, but it's the right move for him, that if he couldn't get somebody that he trusted, maybe like a Hugh Freeze, to come in and call plays, then he should just handle it himself instead of potentially having a repeat of some of the stuff like he had with Chip during the course of the last couple of years.
All right, thanks so much. He's Matt Zenitz, our SEC insider. Of course, for all your news and analysis on the Auburn Tigers, you can visit us on AL.com.